Very good evening. Welcome back. So now we are moving towards the end of the CFT 2021 first edition. Today we are here to discuss more about hospitality and tourism, how to adapt the COVID-19 crisis. So we do have a wonderful panel of members to discuss on this topic. Myself, Shabari Kishore, I'm the manager for Campus France, the French Embassy in India. So let me welcome the wonderful panelists, Ms. Lucy from Vettel, and Mr. York Parker from the Excelia Group of Education, and Ms. Kathy from Y School. So I'm giving an opportunity to our panel members to introduce about their institution and more about their program. Ms. Lucy?
Good afternoon. So I'm the International Recruitment Director of Vettel Bordeaux. So Vettel, it's an international group. We're having 55 campuses in 32 countries. The one I represent is in south of France. We're having courses 100% in English and in French, of course. And I'm offering a bachelor, very hands-on experience because it's 2 weeks at school, 2 weeks practice, and 4 months of internship each year. And after that, I'm having 2 MBA, one in hospitality management, 18 months with 6 months of professional training, and one who can be very interesting for Indian students. It's the wine and spirit one, who offer a lot of scope and opportunities in today's industry. It was a very short one for me.
So, thank you. Mr. Suyok?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Suyok Patkar. I'm the head of international development for Excelia. I handle entire Indian subcontinent for Excelia. We are having 5 different schools under Excelia. One of them is tourism. Today we will be talking about the tourism itself. So under the tourism industry, tourism programs, we have 2 different programs under masters and 1 different program in bachelors. So we have MSc in Tourism and Destination Management, which is a 15 months program, which is available from October intake. There is MSc plus MBA in International Hospitality Management, which is also available, which is available for 1 year also and 2-year program also. Then we have a bachelor's program, which is called as a Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality, which is of 3 years. The advantage with us is we are the only school from last 8 years who has UNWTO's TEDQual accreditation, which ranked among the top most in hospitality and tourism. Plus, apart from the private school, we also have a double degree program with public university. So whichever program you do with us, you are not only going to get the private schools degree, plus also public university degree. Our bachelor's program and some of our master's program, which are also associated with Disney World. So you are also going to get a Disney World certification and the internship opportunity if you are well enough and good enough into it. So these are the programs which are available with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Suyok. And Ms. Kathy.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kathy Patel. I am the representative of Y School, the Indian office in India, and especially for my part, the École Supérieure de Tourisme. So as its name says, the tourism school, which is located both in Troyes and we have a campus in Paris as well. So the tourism school offers a bachelor degree as well as a master degree. If the bachelor is mostly in French, the master is fully taught in English with 2 specialties. One is the luxury tourism and the other one is event management and business tourism.
Thank you. And once again, happy welcome to the event. And
thank you.
So during this pandemic situation, most of our international students have a few concerns regarding the tourism and hospitality industry, how it's going to adapt this crisis. So could you please explain how this pandemic affected the tourism and hospitality industry, both in academic and job front? So maybe let's start with Ms. Lucy.
Actually, the hospitality industry is an industry who's bouncing back every time. You can take a terrorist attack, you can take weather condition like Katrina or whatever you're going to have, this industry is able to bounce back because the people like to travel, like to sleep and eat outside. From the academic point of view, of course, we were all into lockdown. So it was an adaptation to be able to do online courses, which end up hybrid, meaning like you're having a school online and also physically at some of the campuses. But for everybody, it was actually something great. Now, if we are talking how it's going to be after on the job market right now, of course, it was a little tricky, but tricky depending on the country, because during this pandemic, you still have a lot of hotel in 2020, 2021 who decided to open. If you're talking a lot of in the US were open, like the Saint Regis in Chicago or Bermuda. The Saint Regis, if you're going online in LinkedIn, you're going to be able to see that they're recruiting right now in France in Bora Bora. You also have a lot of hotel in Goa who's doing the same thing, like the Hilton. You're having the Taj in Darjeeling. So you see, even if it was a little bit slow and the students can be, I will say, worried about going into this industry, it's a large one, full of opportunity, and the COVID has brought back the new technology, the hospitality were more about services, dinosaur, and now you have the new technology appearing. So innovation, creation. So I really think that there is a large scope for the years to come, especially because the students who will enter on the market right now and study will create the job of tomorrow. So yes, it was scary for everybody, but yes, it's also very exciting.
Kathy, would you like to add more on this?
Yes, I agree with Lucy when she says that the tourism and especially the hospitality is a field that always bounces back, because when a crisis comes, be it economical or sanitary for this matter, any type of crisis, the first field to be impacted is mostly the leisure field. Tourism, hospitality, even the restaurants and everything. And this is a field which is used to adapt to the reality of the market. Coming to the COVID crisis, I think, again, Lucy stated very well that it is a good opportunity to adapt and to be even more innovative, to offer more services and new adapt to the new adaptation, bring more technology into the service and everything. So in terms of job offers, at least with our students, we have seen a bit of a transition, I would say, in the offers that are coming on the market. And it goes again into innovation, a bit more of digital. For example, in France, the event management field was badly impacted with the COVID. Clearly, there was very less event, at least presential event. However, there are offers which are coming for digital, distancial, virtual events. There was also more of luxury tourism. Of course, the difference will be also impacted, but the luxury tourism has a very large scope to evolve and to bring new scopes. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So, Mr. Suyog, what do you think on this?
Both of them has given the exact idea about it, but let me tell you on the tourism sector all about. Everybody has like when I talk about a normal student also or normal family also, they're having one thing in their mind. Once I'll complete this lockdown period, I will definitely gonna travel and explore this area and that area. So this thing everybody understand that this is going to happen. So tourism is not never going to die. Apart from that, people who are fearing about the job opportunities and the one who has let go of their job, we know that in tourism industry and hospitality industry there are two different kinds of people. Like there is a skilled worker and then there is an unskilled worker, and unskilled worker are the one who has lost their jobs majorly. But if you have seen the skilled worker who has done their education properly and completed their courses, and then they have got into a proper opportunities, most of them has kept their job for a longer period of time. And currently, as per the COVID situation goes on, you will see that the luxury industry or luxury tourism is increasing a lot because of the current restrictions. and the pandemic situation and all everything, everybody, there are certain kinds of people who are still traveling, but they are choosing the luxury travel or luxury hospitality kind of a thing. So in that sector, if you see, you have more job opportunities currently coming up, plus the salaries are also high. So students who are pursuing and thinking about going into hospitality and tourism, they should not discourage because of this current situation, because yes, once the vaccines are going to come and everything will start, it's going to be a boom in the tourism industry. And the one who are in France currently, we know France is one of the topmost country in tourism and hospitality. So the one who has this, they will be having a tremendous opportunities related to jobs in coming future.
Yeah, thank you. So on that note, let me ask you, from a point of an international student, why should an international student choose this field in France? Why should they want to study a hospitality and tourism program in France? So can you just brief on that?
As I already told you that France is one of the topmost destination for the students to, and apart from the students, just for travelers also to come and explore it because of his gastronomy and every other things. If you see current growth rate in the hospitality and tourism industry is one of the topmost in any of the industry. And as the internet age is coming on, everybody is getting to know about the different destination, how to travel, how to explore these areas. So when people gets to know about this particular thing, they tends to explore it. And currently the age of the student and age of the people are like that only. They wanted to explore everything. It's not just about the European countries. Now the Indian subcontinent people also who never used to travel a lot. Now they started traveling a lot. So in this sector, when I talk about the France, it's a hub of hospitality. All the things and culture has started over there. And if you wanted to get a good education, when I talk about top 100 business schools and top 100 hospitality companies, they are coming into the from the French region. Most of the companies you will find it out from there. So when you complete the education, first of all, you need to understand where I'm completing my education and whether there is a job opportunities are available or not, because there is a demand and supply which has to be taken care. So in France, if you complete the education, there are so many companies are ready to hire you. Plus, even if you come back to India, also there are so many companies who are associated, French companies who are coming in India also. So multiple opportunities for jobs, multiple opportunities to learn. And as you know, Europeans are the one who travels the most. If you have a friend, being a friend with them, you will understand this industry more severely than anyone anywhere else. So I think so. Coming into France will be a better opportunity. Uh, for the students to learn about tourism and hospitality as a whole.
Thank you. So Kenny, would you like to add more on this?
France, as Siok says, is the number one in terms of tourism. So definitely, we more than a reference, we have a lot of experience. All the schools which are represented today have a lot of experience, and also on top of that, I would say also France is famous for its innovation side field as well, and bring both together the tourism and the innovation. Clearly, it's the time to study in France to understand what will be the tourism tomorrow, the travel industry, the hospitality industry, and as a student, it's the best time to understand the transition of the field and what will the market be tomorrow.
Yeah. So, Lucy, how France stand out from other countries for hospitality and tourism industry?
Uh, it's already been said, of course. If you are looking at a student's perspective, when you're studying hospitality, you have the Asian way of welcoming a guest that you need to know, which is already the case by being Indian. It's something that you have inside of you to know how to please a guest. Then there is the European way, and after that, you need to travel to the US and South America to be able to see the last part of the world, because all those international customers are people that you will need to please and to understand. Coming to France, it's also important why you're Indian. Why? Because right now your country is growing in terms of the geopolitical aspect. So it's mean that being Indian in France it's also bringing on the market the fact that you understand your country. So as Katie was saying, we also well known from the startup point, but also, you know, when you're going into the luxury industry, let's take the wine, let's take champagne, just in this area, you will be able, by being Indian, to help those companies, you know, for the import export, the supply chain, to be able to bring back their market in India and will help them, but also, you know, be able to interact with them. So for me, it's not only why coming to France, because yes, it's the country of gastronomy, luxury, tourism. It's also the European aspect with the Schengen area. And for an Indian, for me, it's the best thing because actually you're the future. So coming to France will be also how you're going to be able to sell yourself on the French market to grow, become an entrepreneur, open something in India, but also create some bond and some links between our country, which is going to be very important for the future.
Thank you. So, considering this current pandemic situation, how's the academic curriculum has been structured? Is there any change who has been made entire this academic modules, or are you trying to teach the students to how to tackle this current crisis? So, if you can give your inputs regarding this, so it would be really grateful for our international students, Ms. Kathy.
Yes, I think the strength of our school, the École Supérieure de Commerce, being part of Y schools, is that the majority of our lecturers are professional who are in the direct front row. They're directly working on the field, and therefore it has always been the way we teach at the school, is that whatever is the actuality, the reality of the market, they observe it and they work on it during the courses. So as such, I would say the COVID, the coronavirus crisis and other crises, I would say, and whatever is happening on the market is actually part of our curriculum, as a matter of fact. And to be even more precise, we have, and we always had a crisis in our syllabus. We have a crisis management courses, which approach a way to deal with crisis, because let's be honest, coronavirus is one of them. Lucy has mentioned few of them, be it on the security side, on the sanitary side, on the economic as well, and there will be more as well. And the tourism, as said before, is one field which is usually impacted among the first field to be impacted by the crisis, and therefore we always have had this crisis management course. So yes, we do adapt our courses to the current situation, but as a matter of fact, it has always been like that with the École Supérieure de Commerce, the tourism.
Thank you. So, Ms. Lucy, how your institution adapted this current situation?
Like Katie was saying, you know, especially at the MBA master level, you need to have professionals. So we have 98% of the teachers who are professional in activities. We change everything. Why? Because they're making the students work on concrete cases. So here in this case, of course, you adapt. But more than that, as I said previously, you know, this industry right now is looking toward the future. So when you're entering an MBA, it's because you're not interested into the hands-on experience, the operational aspect. It's what you learn in the bachelor level. At this level, it's strategical aspect. What's going to happen about the future? It's also how you're going to be able, you know, to be creative, innovative. And here it's the entrepreneurship kind of skill and the mindset that you want to have, which is exactly what you're learning when you're doing an MBA at this level. So whatever is the crisis, or where should I actually buy my restaurant? Should it be in Bangalore? Should it be in Goa? Or should I go into Saudi Arabia? Those are the questions that a future director, manager, or entrepreneur needs to ask himself. So yes, there is a crisis, but you cannot just focus on the crisis because it's going to be over soon. So it's more, what kind of tools do I need? So now we have the robotics, we have AI, we have data, we have sustainability. So you see, it's how you're going to be be mixing up all those new things and new tools for coming into this industry to again create the job of tomorrow and be able to take that into account to become a successful professional. So yes, managing the crisis is already something that we have full count cases and lab, but it's preparing you and giving you the best tools for tomorrow than you can hope for.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Mr. Suyog, considering the situation, how is your academics structure now? Is it an online mode or is it a hybrid way of education method? Like how you follow?
So, as far as the current academic things, the academics we have not changed. Academics has remained similar the way which we used to have it. Earlier also, before COVID situation also, we used to have this hybrid mode where 15% of our classes used to happen online because we have like whichever course you take in Excelia Tourism School, it is 6 months studies, 6 months internship. So each year they get an internship, and during that internship period, there are certain lectures which they need to take online while they were working. So this mode was already there. Currently, we are focusing on high flex mode, which is a new term which we have come up. This flexibility in terms of new current situation which are coming up, because tourism is just not because everybody thinks tourism is just related to tour operators or hospital or only hotel industry or something like that. Tourism is related to different industries. Like in tourism itself, there are finance, there is marketing, there is HR, there are a lot of things which are involved. So all these things come into the picture. We are created such an academic background where which is suitable for the student. When they come out of this particular program, they are not only just focused on a particular base of a tour operator. Most of the people thinks about it like, once I complete my tourism, I'll become a tour operator or tourism manager or something like that. They can be into the hotel industry in the financial management sector. They can be in the hotel industry in human resource management sector, or they can be in the industry where they will handle the marketing of, because currently the digitalization has increased and we have a lot of subjects related to innovation management, digital structure of tourism industry, and also related to the marketing of different luxury things. So everything, the academic things remain same. The way we are teaching them, 50% of the classes currently are online and 50% are on classroom wise. From February, there was currently the lockdown period is going on, so certain things, everything is online. But majorly, uh, uh, s- this is the way which we are currently running out. So I think so. That's how, which is majorly helpful for the student to understand the industry is not just about tour operators. It is about entire thing. When we talk about hospitality, it means service sector. Whenever you do give any service to any of the person, you become a part of hospitality. The way we are doing it, we are giving services to the students. So we are also a part of hospitality. So everybody needs to understand that hospitality is not just about hotel or not just about the tour operators. It's all about everything related to service industry. So I think that's how we are doing it. We are exploring it
Yeah.
and doing it properly.
Yeah, that's very true. But as you addressed now regarding the internship, so most of the hospitality and tourism management program in France, it's a blended education system. It's always have an internship opportunity. So how easy to find out an internship during this current scenario? So if Lucy, if you can address regarding that, would be really good. So whether your program have an internship component, how the students are, whether they are facing any difficulty to find out an internship at present during this pandemic situation.
To be really honest, it was something that we were actually worried about because we were having, as I say, for the bachelor, very hands-on experience, 2 weeks at school, 2 weeks practical, plus the internship. So during those 2 weeks, we were able to, we were finding some local partners. And after that, there was, of course, the internship in France or abroad. And we were having 100% placement. So here, how do you do that? We know when the restaurant are closed, when the hotel are closed. And it was amazing to see again how this industry was creative from the click and collect that the people in the restaurant decided to do. Hotel are still open, for business. So during the week, so they are still having some people who were able to hire trainee, but it was not as easy. So here, this is very important. Of course, we are, as we were saying, we are all very recognized school, and for Vettel, it was the network were important. So for the bachelor first year and second year, there is right now, they have their internship in June, starting June. We have 82% who already found an internship, and for the practical, they all found practical. So we were very actually lucky. Now at the MBA level, this is something different because again, services, you can find a place inside of an hotel to do housekeeping. Now, if you're talking about managerial position like HR, marketing, you can do that online, of course. But if you want to train to become a head of a department, you need to be able to be inside of a business. So here we have a 50%, and the students need to start their internship after September. So you see, we're still having some briefing time, but it's not as easy as it was before. What is very, very important, it's you don't need just when you're going into the hospitality or industry, it's also because you like to travel. So maybe not focus just in France for your internship. Maybe, of course, you're coming to study and to improve your French, but you can go to Canada, you can go to Vietnam. Asian countries like Vietnam are actually open, don't have any restriction. But as Sjög was saying, and Cathy also, we're having the vaccine. So now the moment the vaccine are coming on the market, everything will open. So yes, it's probably is worrisome for the students right now, and we're fighting, and the network is important. But for the one who's going to join our courses this fall, it's going to be, next year, 2022, to find them some practical and some internship. And here it's going to be easier because the industry, again, is recruiting, is constructing hotel and restaurant. So we are not really worried for the future.
No, thank you. So, Lucy, I'm sorry, Ms. Kathy, like if you can explain your inputs on this, it would be really grateful.
Sure, sure. Like Lucy said, it was the same for us last year. It was, but we faced a crisis, so we had to manage it and to almost do day after day and see how it works. And I think we did quite well. No, we have very, very strong industrial partnership. So thanks to them, we could place our students. Now the question is for this year, whether the students will be able to find an internship and for the coming years. And I would be very positive on it because, as we said before, the students right now are the future of the market, and I believe that there are jobs which are not yet created because the market is so much in transition that there'll be new jobs, and the people who are ready to take those jobs are right now studying, and they are right now preparing for the future of travel and tourism. So I'm quite positive about it. It will be different. I'm sure we'll still have, of course, the traditional internship, I would say, be it in the hospitality or travel industry, but there will be a lot of changes, and I think it goes toward the digital, and the innovation part. But I'm positive.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Mr. Suyog, like whether the international students are doing internship at present, or like, can you please explain us like how will be the future for the hospitality industry, or for doing an internship in France,
See,
or anywhere?
Yeah, as I told you earlier, most of the people think that hospitality is only about being into hotel or being into all being into tour operator thing where they can actually go there and do their work. Lucy has rightly said that there are so many kind of a job where you can do it in the back end side. So currently the focus was that because of the current pandemic situation, and we like to tell you that we have almost 99% of our students got an internship this time. Nobody has been there that who didn't get an internship altogether. But yeah, everybody didn't get an internship only in France because there are a lot of other opportunities available, not only in Europe, in other countries also. Student likes to travel, and once they get that opportunity, they go there and they do it. We have a career center we have a student association, and we have a huge network of alumni where students who are already there, who are currently working, they help our student to get them into their system. So there is support which is available. We give all the weapons to the student, but at the end of the time, student has to go out for the war because they have to do their own interview and everything. It's not like that we have a magic stick that we will give them a job and they will get that job opportunity. Student has to do the stuff which they need to do it. But yes, all the support, backend support is always provided, and which makes the things much more easier. Because what we believe is, when student comes to the campus, just take example, if the September is the intake, we try to make sure that students will start looking for an internship from November itself. Because if they do not start looking for an internship earlier, it will be a much more difficult for them to find an internship in last 15 to 1 month, 15 days to 1 month. And this is the major problem with the Indian students I saw. I Because what they do is they start looking for an internship at the last moment initially, and that creates a problem, and they get an internship little bit later than the other people. So if you are a student currently, if you are listening, if you're coming to France, first of all, please make sure that start learning French, because if you have French, you will get a placement opportunity inside the campus itself, because most of us, we have campus placements opportunities. But if you do not have a French, at least try to look for an internship once you complete your first or 2 months in the campus, because you will start preparing your resume, you will start sending it out. You give a resume and give an interview. The first time you may get rejected, second month you will again get rejected, third month you will get again rejected. But after three attempts, you will understand what are the pitfalls I am having, or what are the things which I am missing. So in the fourth and fifth interview, you will be able to get that internship through, because that is how the experience teach you. If you think that I'll send a resume to two, three different companies and I will get the internship done in an easy way, that doesn't happen. It never happened in India also. It will never happen in France also. Be it be a big school or whatever it is. School is there to give you education and give you all the support. But you have to find out your solutions related to internships or job opportunities. And yes, we have all these things available for the student, but good student uh, take out all the good things from the fruit, and then they throw away other things. But if you are not a good student, you will take out all the bad stuff first and send the good pulp outside. So that's how it works. I think in everywhere in France currently, students are getting internship if they're in hospitality and tourism. I don't think so there will be any issue. And in coming future, it will be much more brighter for the student, because everything will be, after the vaccine, everything will be much more open and wonderful for the student.
Okay, thank you. So this question will be for like all three of you. So how you have planned to return the students in your campus for this year's intake? Like how it's work? Like is there is any changes in your intake? So did you had any other admission restriction or the number restriction for international students? If you could explain that, it will be like more helpful for the students who are watching this show. So Ms. Kathy, if you can give your points.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, the question is like how the institution is planned to return the students to the campus in this
Okay.
year's intakes.
According to the restriction due to COVID, is it? Okay.
Yes.
So our objective at the Y Schools and École Supérieure de Tourisme is, of course, to be as much as we can 100% presential. Now, we, of course, we follow the government restriction. So we are ready for every case, every possibilities. Is it we were ready to do online classes, we're ready to do presential classes, and we are ready to do hybrid as well, both presential and digital virtual classes as well. So whatever the government imposes, we will follow it. As for our students, we ensure that they are safe, of course, that they feel secure to come to the campus. And if they cannot reach France or reach the campus, that they can follow the courses online.
Yeah, thank you. So I think like Miss Lucy, if you can give your insights on this.
Yeah, as Katie is saying, it's the restrictions are coming from the government, so it's not really the school who are not ready because we are all. For Vettel, for example, the students are already on campus for the practical because this is something that we have the right to do on small group. Now, if you're talking at the master level, of course, we expect them, to start the school year fully in presential because this is why you're coming. But it's probably, something that we have no way of predicting yet. But with the vaccine, again, we can think that it's going to be resolved for this fall at least. What we implemented this year, because it's hard for the students, it's also extra classes like sophrology to be able to manage your stress, yoga classes. Like the students cannot just they are missing what they're saying today. It's they are missing the companionship, the interaction, the social life. So we are trying, to bring extra courses who are not really courses, but tips for them, how to be able to pass your exam when you're in your own room without seeing people, trying to do mentorship, trying to do extra curriculum courses to help them. That's the only thing that we can do, because after that, there is no magical solution. Every university or business school is waiting, for the open of the restriction to be able to welcome the students. But there is no difference between an international students and a French one, because some of them are coming from different parts of French also. So they're in Bordeaux here waiting also in their room. So we are just hoping and crossing our finger. And again, we need to be very hopeful and positive for the future, because it's going to come. And we are expecting a lot of Indian students to come to our school, of course.
Thank
If
you.
I may add, sorry, if I may add on what Lucy was saying, and I think she has the same at her school. We are making sure our students. We were talking in terms of courses, the format of the courses, but we are also making sure the students are fine, and being both mentally and financially. Because let's be honest, this is also a challenge they are all facing, international and French. So all the schools are implementing new solutions for the students. Sometimes they offer lunch or at a very attractive price as well. So as a matter, on a global matter, French schools are giving a lot of solutions for the students to make sure they face the crisis at least smoothly as much as it is possible to face a crisis.
It's true
That's
that
really nice.
it's something that France is having. It's regarding of psychological help, everything. It's not just one university. Of course, we're all trying to do something for our students, but in France in general, university, engineering school, or business school, we were all trying, and the government was helping through, giving up some food tickets, stuff like that. So it's really something that we want, because again, alumni who are happy, it means that for everybody in the future, everybody is happy.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. So, Suyog, like your insight on this?
I think most of the points has been taken care by Cynthia and Lucy. Everything is, I think everybody is following the same criteria. Nothing has changed much because it's all depending upon the government and their restrictions and everything. Apart from that, Kathy has said the right thing that every school is doing certain things. On this point, I would like to tell you that when there was a pandemic situation and September and July and September, when there was too much of problem, there are several students where their 1 month rent had been paid by the Excelia, so for the accommodation.
Wow.
So Excelia is understanding about the students' background, and they wanted to help them out, not only on the psychological level, also if the financial level, if they can do it in a certain level, they are currently doing it. So apart from that, the sanitary things and other things remain same. And we are blessed with a good campus. We have three different campus and a big campus where there is not too much of problems arise when the student comes. But currently, from last 2 months, I don't think so there are any students who physically visited over there, just to say hi, because they have just arrived in the campus after 7 days of restriction of travel. They come and they show their faces, and then they start doing everything online. So I think everything is covered. So I do not wanted to say same thing again and again. So I will
So,
leave it.
so if you can give a quickly, if you can give a suggestion for the international students who's ready to pursue their higher studies in France in upcoming intake, like what will be that, considering this crisis?
See, first of all, if you are thinking about studying in France, is one of the good decision which you are taking. First of all, if you are thinking about it, try to start learn French, because once you come to France, you required French language. It's not just about your career; it's also about surviving in that environment with the positive attitude. Because if you understand the language, you will be thriving to do more in your education also, because you will understand every single thing. You'll make a friends, you will understand the culture. And apart from that, when you are looking for a job opportunities also, it will be much more easier for you if you have French. Second thing which you need to understand is that try to be pre-active on your everyday's activity. Do not try to do it later on, like finding out to your internship or thinking about completing your projects, which I feel that Indian students are little bit lazy into that. But I think so currently, due to the current situation, if everything is online, we have a buddy system in France with us, where you will be given a buddy system. There is a person from France who is already there in France, who will be your friend while arriving. So he will be helping out in each and every segment. So you will get all the help from our side. So I think this is the best way.
Thank you, Suyong. So, Miss Lucy and Kathy, like if you can give your inputs in 20 seconds, it will be really good. So we are wrapping up time.
You see?
I took too much of your time.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. I'd say I said it before, but if you wish to embrace a tourism career, you're already having an international mind, and you are definitely oriented towards the service and the client. So coming to France will bring you all this global international exposure and a bit more of views on the travel and tourism industry. You will anyway be the student of tomorrow, and you will be creating the new tourism of tomorrow. And I think this is a great time, a great opportunity, a crisis, if we can compare it to where our president did it last year. Compare this crisis to a war. This is when you create and you innovate the most, and I think this is the right time to study about tourism, because clearly we need innovation, we need creativity, and yes, this is the right time to do so. And if I may add also, the India is also the market of tomorrow, and we need more and more Indian students to work for Indo-French links, be it in tourism, the travel industry, and the hospitality.
Thank you. So Lucy, if you
Lucy.
For me, international students right now, it's about the project that they're having. We are all good course. We offer all good courses. The French language will be good to learn by immersion inside of the country, but take the ideas. Come to France. We are not so different than Indian on the gastronomy, on the fact that each part of French has something to offer on the food, the beverage. But come here, be passionate, don't be afraid to dream. Because are you really coming here just to be, front office? I have nothing, but I'm giving you an example. Front office. Why not dreaming big and becoming an entrepreneur, your own business owner, having your own guest house? Even being the GM. So this is a moment when you can actually dream. And after that, get the skills from the school that you're coming, get the network, learn languages, and why not reach the dream at some point?
once again, thanks a lot for everyone. We hope the session was really useful for everyone. And stay tuned. We will be back with another wonderful webinar on French language or learning French. So see you all soon. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Sabari.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.